name is Steve Stevens, the best sports consultant money can buy. I make more money betting sports than anybody in the world. I'm the one that tells you who to bet. I'm not a bookie, I'm the Bookie Killer.
If money talks, then I got a lot to say. I'm on the grind trying to make $100,000 a day. The game that I pick, believe me, it's a winner. What I know could get you rich, cause all I pick is winners. Welcome to Las Vegas. Money talks, money talks. Welcome to Las Vegas.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. VIP Sports Podcast, November 16th, 2015. Steve Stevens, a.k.a. the Bookie Killer, sitting here with my partner in crime, my number one gun, the Big Skipper. What's going on this morning, Skip?
Freezing my fucking ass off, man. It's about 50-mile-an-hour winds out here. It's cold. We got a high of about 54 degrees today, and I'm still wearing shorts and shirt sleeves. Sleeves.
That's how you roll 24/7. What do you mean? Don't matter if it's hot or cold. You got the same fit on no matter what.
I got a lot of insulation, brother.
Shorts and tee, baby. That's how you roll. No, when you have a lot of Jameson in you, you keep warm like a motherfucking heater.
I got 320 pounds of fucking insulation.
Not to mention that whiskey keeps you warm. I don't give a fuck what anybody tells you. That keeps you real warm inside.
I'm on the Crown Apple now.
Oh, is that the new thing?
Fucking love that shit.
You can only drink so much before you want to puke. Guy like me, I take shots. 13 shots of Crown Apple, you're throwing up.
Well, I haven't hit 13. I did about 8 last night, and I was feeling nice and warm.
So that replaced your Crown and Ginger? That was your favorite little sipper before you just go into I mean, you start out Crown and Ginger, correct?
Usually, yeah.
And then you just go straight Crown by the end of the night, or Crown with a little water? Or...
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Crown Apple is definitely, it's been nice to me. I like it. I just recently got introduced to it, and I love it.
Beautiful. I've been introduced to it, and it's fucked me up a few times, had me throwing up, chasing the dope dealer down. So, yeah, I want to stay away from that shit, okay?
Usually when I shoot a shot, it's been Jameson for about the past 2 years, but I switched over to Crown Apple a couple days ago, and I love it.
Just like the Fireball that everyone was crazed about. Take 11 shots of Fireball and see if you don't throw up for 3 days straight, and you're throwing up heat. It's like eating a motherfucking hot tamale and throwing the motherfucker up and back about 14 different times.
I've never been a fan of that Fireball.
Oh, it's too much, dude.
Anything fucking hot and spicy and cinnamon, like that Goldschlager shit, remember that?
Oh, absolutely. And you're throwing it up and down like 4 or 5 different times. Yeah, it's fucking horrible. But I do it on the regular. I do what I got to do.
Cinnamon Fireballs, no thanks, man. Goldschlager, no thanks.
All right, exactly. Before we get in the podcast, I want to tell ladies and gentlemen how to get a hold of us. 877-220-6540. You want to get a hold of us, pick up the phone and give us a call. We'd love to talk to you. If you guys are just looking simply for a free game, go to VIPSportsLasVegas.com. Our website has packages for all levels of sports bettors.
All shapes and all sizes.
Whether you're small, whether you're tall, whether you're crawling, whether you're balling.
Whether you're hairy or you're bald.
No, whether you're ready to get that motherfucking money. Listen, whether you're a small player or a whale. Mm-hmm. Because whales start out as goldfish. Mm-hmm. So whether you're a goldfish or a whale, we have a product for you no matter what to get you on your feet, get you rocking and rolling. Most importantly, subscribe to the podcast on YouTube and iTunes. We read all of your comments, as you guys know. Mm-hmm. We love reading them. We love hearing the shit talking. But more importantly, we love our dedicated fans that have been, supporting you and I, Skip, from day one. And guys that have been with me ever since the first pilot of Money Talks all the way up until today. So I appreciate all you guys. We read all your comments. Follow us on Facebook or Twitter, VIP Sports LV. Call us, 877-22-6540, 2222. Jesus Christ. Roll me another joint, would you, Jordan? 877-220-6540.
There you go.
You're looking for a free game, go to the website, VIPSportsLasVegas.com. Other than that, like I said, you can always check us out. We got a package for everybody. Let's get into a couple different things. Before we even start the podcast, I want to give a little shout out, world news. You want to take us into this? I want to give a moment of silence, and our thoughts and prayers go out to the victims of Paris. Actually, terrorism is in full effect more than ever, Skipper. I mean, we can go into another podcast about that, but the shit is real. It's happening on a nonstop basis, and these ISIS motherfuckers are getting bigger and better, and they have mass destruction, and eventually it's going to lead to some nuclear shit if we don't just go ahead and kill all these motherfuckers.
Well, like you said, we could do a whole podcast just about this. This isn't a political show.
But
what we want to do is we just want to
give our prayers and our thoughts to the people that were killed, the innocent people, because we don't let terrorists take over any fucking thing.
They ain't taking nothing.
If anything, the terrorists, you can suck a fucking dick. You will die. We will come and get you. You don't fuck with America. You don't fuck with Paris. You don't fuck with anybody. Don't just go around blowing fucking countries up in cities and shit.
I will give fucking France some kudos, though. The president said, listen, man, we declare war on your ass, and we will have no fucking mercy, and we will have no pity. And before they had even buried their people over there, Jesus, this motherfucker sent 12 fighter jets over there and just started bombing the fuck out of them. He said, I ain't fucking playing with you.
A couple people have to die. Innocent people got to die. But yeah, this is an ant farm that you have to kill. You got to kill all of them, even the innocent ones that are just out there getting trees for the fucking queen bee. You know what I mean?
I give him credit, man. He went on television. He made a fucking statement. He said, I'm about to fuck your shit up, and I ain't fucking playing.
And the jets were there, like you said.
Yeah, and 12 fighter jets were on their fucking way, and they were bombing the fuck out of them.
But anyway, like I said, terrorism is in full effect. It's scary. I don't like it. I got kids. I don't like nothing to do with it. Go kill all these motherfuckers. Our thoughts and prayers are with those people. Just a quick story on that. Our producer of Money Talks, Jim Ackerman, good friend of mine, was supposed to be on a 10-day vacation with his wife, a getaway to relax and do their thing. After an 18-hour flight, he was in Paris for 5 hours. The terrorism happened.
Wow.
He flew 18 hours to sit there, watch the shit happen. He was a half a mile from the Coliseum. He was there to see U2 that night.
Wow.
And by the way, I don't know if you've seen the news of that Coliseum and the people dead in there. They leaked a little bit of it out there. It was fucking horrible, brother. Wow. Blood everywhere, people disfigured. It was fucked up. And anyway, Jim Ackerman was out there. So his rendezvous with his wife to go have a good time for 7 days and get away from, and in Hollywood, the business he's in, oh, dude, you need to fucking get away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hollywood is a fucking crazy business. It'll fuck with your head if you don't know what you're doing, dude.
He's lucky he got the fuck out.
That's what I'm saying. You could look at it as his trip was ruined because he flew for 15 hours, sat there for 5, sat there for 24 hours to get another flight, and then was on another flight home for 14 hours. So pretty stressful, but on that flight home, as long as you're not getting bombed coming out of the airport, you're thinking, fucking thank God I'm on my way home. I'm safe. I wouldn't want to be in Paris, would you?
No, fuck no.
Absolutely. The lights are turned a little dim, but like I said, man, our thoughts and prayers are out. NFL's increased security. I mean, our levels have raised here in the United States. Because, I mean, they're just as big here as they are over there, buddy.
We shouldn't just be increasing security in the NFL, man. People should be fucking vigilant. I mean, you got to watch your back, man. You got to watch your neighborhoods. You got to watch your public fucking places. You got to keep an eye out. You see anything fucking shady, you know, call authorities or fucking do what you got to do, man, like those guys did on that train. That was in France, too, wasn't it?
Well, it's like you just said. It's time for the big fish to wipe these little motherfuckers off the planet. Yeah. Just like you fucking said. Let's get hostile about it. Let's get down to war. Like I said, everyone talks about New World Order and shit happening and this, that, and the other. If the shit ever does happen, I mean, and it's the same thing with these ISIS people and all these people. You know, it's all religion, right?
Yeah.
They believe in their religion and then they're and then boom, they put a bomb on them and they go do their fucking thing. Like, it's just fucking amazing.
It's all insane, man. Let's get into sports, man.
Bottom line, it's a sad thing. Terrorism's real. You guys need to watch out for it. You got to support our troops. You got to support everything we stand for. And you got to support for blowing these motherfuckers off and wiping them off the fucking planet. Countries that we're good with, let's keep. Motherfuckers that step up like this, we got to wipe them all the way out. Nuke the whole fucking country, kill the few innocent people and everything. Sorry to say it. Let's move into NFL. We are a sports show. We're all about the legalization of gambling, legalization of marijuana, but more importantly, sports betting, considering that we're the #1 documented individual sports service in the world.
That's why we're here.
VIP Sports. Nobody wins more than me. Steve Stevens, the #1 documented individual in the world. Why I'm stroking my own dick, if you don't mind. Let's talk about Steve Stevens' call on the Detroit Green Bay game.
Well, I brought it up to you the last podcast. I asked you, what do you think about this line at 10, 10.5?
And I told you it was a motherfucking trap.
Fucking trap, yeah. Sure enough, it was a fucking trap. I mean, they were coming off of two road losses, Green Bay, against undefeated teams at the time. They lost in Denver. They lost in Carolina, as we discussed. And then they went back home against Detroit, a team they beat fucking, 17, 18 times in a row.
I've been live on the air and took 2 losses with Green Bay. We know that. Our fans aren't secret about it. Like I said, I've said it the whole time. Like, I even got caught on camera saying that Green Bay was going to destroy Denver when Denver went in there and killed them. However, I won't retract my statement about me saying Peyton Manning getting old fast.
Oh, he definitely has.
Okay, period. Like I fucking said, look what's happened. I mean, yeah, they beat the shit out of them. But at the end of the day, you know, it was a fucking trap game. I also said that I'll never bet Green Bay again. I said we lost on them twice. Enough was enough.
You said you weren't going to get caught fucking on a trap with Green Bay again? Because I'm sure a lot of people, a lot of public bettors, I'm sure they bet Green Bay yesterday at home at Lambeau, where they got the longest home winning streak in the NFL. They got a long streak against fucking Detroit at Lambeau, and sure enough, they took it right up the ass.
Well, and a lot of our fans been making comments and saying, like, you know, you guys need to tell your fans to go back to your previous, because, I mean, Skip, we've seen the future on so much shit.
We get paid to predict the future.
I understand, and that's why we're the best in the world. But these people, if they ever doubt us, they can go back days before this shit happens and see what we've talked about. Like if you go back to 31 minutes into the last podcast, number 46, I basically admit to losing on the fucking Packers and to stay away from them. You don't take a team that just lost 2 games and make them minus fucking 10.
Don't try to chase it.
You don't fucking you don't bet a team due to win. We got off them, we lost them, but like I said, and you're a genius for bringing that up about the line, because at the end of the day, that was a fucking trap game without any shadow of a doubt. And as you guys know, the Lions went on to beat Green Bay 18-6 for the first time, Skipper. I don't know if you know this, since 1991.
I know it's been a long time.
Holy fuck! What year did you graduate high school?
What, I gotta go there?
I graduated 92. I was a fucking junior in high school. The last time fucking
19
Lions beat Green Bay, that's a long fucking time ago, pal.
1986, brother, 1986. Love the 80s, man.
It was I don't know if you've seen the inning. It was fucking bizarre. As Calvin Johnson dropped the fucking onside fucking kick out of all people, Mr. Hands himself. I mean, come on. But the game-winning field goal by Green Bay was shiggity shanked.
Yeah, he missed it.
Yeah.
It was about, what was it, 49 yards? It was a long one.
It was not long enough for me not to fire you. Motherfucker.
He could have easily made it.
Your job is to get.
Yeah, pro should have made it.
Your job is to get out there and kick field goals. That's your job to do all fucking day. When you go home, you kick field goals all fucking day. You can smoke cigarettes. You can do whatever you want, but he's a field goal kicker. You don't need any type of win. You just need to go out there and kick your fucking ball as hard and accurate as you possibly fucking can.
That's your job.
Jesus fucking Christ.
While we're on the NFL, you want to let's stick with the fucking NFL.
You want to do a little bit of an NFL recap? I'd actually like to. I was just talking about Green Bay. I was just talking about a record since 1991. I was talking about how Calvin Johnson dropped the ball. But before we get into NFL, I would like to make a comment because it's very personal to me about MMA.
Okay.
I love MMA. I always have. But I don't know if you know this, but the closing odds of the fight, Holly Holm ended up being plus 800 against Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
As you know, Holly Holm pummels and defeats Ronda Rousey, kicks her in the face, and beats the living fuck out of her.
Literally kicked the shit out of her.
Literally kicked the fucking shit out of her. But yet, this girl wants to fight Floyd Mayweather. Sweetie, save your promotion. Save all your thug shit for somebody else. You finally went up against a big woman. Now, this lady's a woman boxer.
Oh, I saw her.
5-time world champion. Big woman, like I said.
Kickboxer, right?
Yeah. Kickboxing fucking champion. This is a girl that came out there in the second round and literally kicked Ronda Rousey in her motherfucking face, dropped her to the ground, stomped her the fuck out, and knocked her ass out in the second round.
Lights out.
Yeah. If you have trouble with a female boxer, don't ever mention Floyd Mayweather's name out of your mouth ever again. The thing about Floyd Mayweather is the matchup never disappoints us. He's always so dominant. He's always mismatched with these people. I mean, everybody they put against him, they're going to beat. He exposes everybody. He's like a chameleon. He adapts to their style and then beats the fucking shit out of them.
Well, the difference is Floyd don't get touched.
That's my point.
Period.
The guy doesn't ever get touched. Ronda Rousey faces 1 championship female kickboxers, and as Smokey said, got knocked the fuck out. Shout out to Ronda Rousey. Your Hollywood career is over. You are a champion. You're a beast. You're good, but your career in Hollywood is over. They don't give a fuck about you once you lose, and they see, because right now they thought you were indestructible. Mm-hmm. They thought you were a woman. You actually had men scared. Like, man, I better, like, even me, I better be careful talking about this girl. She might beat your ass. Mm-hmm. Man, I'll beat the shit out of you, bitch. You better be able to, you ain't bulletproof. I'm stealing on you, kid.
Well, speaking of taking a fucking beating, I heard the books took a beating on that fight. They paid that, I mean, early on, you could get 10-1 on that fight. It went down to 8-1.
Well, this is what I'm trying to say. It wasn't that's where I was leading to this whole story here. It wasn't that they fooled anybody. In fact, millions and millions of dollars were waged on Holly Holm to get paid. They took a fucking beating on that UFC fight. Wasn't just a couple people that won. I know 4 or 5 guys that won 6 big fucking figures on that fucking fight.
There was one ticket for $30,000 that paid 240 G's.
That's correct. And our boy Lloyd that had the game, $40,000, paid the motherfucker a few $100,000. I mean, I'm just not into MMA. Doesn't excite me.
The books got hammered on that game as much as Ronda got hammered.
Exactly. So I don't know which one got hammered worse. The girls in Las Vegas that were selling pussy that night, Ronda Rousey, or the sports book. But all three of them got hammered.
Yeah, they did.
Shout out to everybody that got pounded out that night at Saturday night's fight, huh?
Don't worry, they got it back this weekend in football.
Oh my God, I love that. Hey, you know what, guys? I want you to go to comment on I want you to comment on this fucking podcast right now and tell me, who do you think got pounded harder this weekend? The sports book, Ronda Rousey, or the prostitutes that were selling pussy during the fight on Fight Night? Comment us, who do you think got pounded harder that night, would you? VIPSportsLasVegas.com. Let's move into a little NFL, recap a few things, Skip, let you do your thing. Patriots still won late from the Giants last night, 27-26, in a stellar performance, but one of the worst sports betting games I'd ever seen in my motherfucking life. If you had money on either one of those teams, you were disgusted, busted, and shouldn't be trusted after a game like that.
I got to be honest with you. Watching the end of that game, the fourth quarter, I actually told my good friend that I don't think I'm going to watch a fucking NFL game the rest of this year. And when I say that, I fucking mean it.
Oh, that's a fact.
That game was fucking disgusting, as far as I'm concerned. You go back with 2:10 left in that game, the Giants had the ball on first down, they ran a fucking play. New England called their first time out. I mean, they didn't even run any time off the fucking clock. How do you run a play without running any time off the clock? And nobody said a word. The announcers didn't say anything. Neither one of the coaches fucking objected. I mean,
I've already admitted that it's one of the worst officiating years I think we've ever had.
I mean, the officiating is fucking horrible. I wish they would just come out, like Chris Collinsworth said last night during the game, the Sunday night game. He said, listen, just make a rule already. I mean, I want to know what is a catch and what is not a fucking catch. I mean, they review these catches, they review these plays, Steve. The referees on the field say one thing. They review, and then the review booth says another thing.
Yeah.
And then they got Pereira, right? The Pereira guy, the ex-official, head of officials.
Yeah, I know who he is.
Who they always bring in and say, well, what do you think about this?
Yeah, correct.
What do you think about this?
Yeah, exactly.
He always has something fucking totally different to say. He's never fucking right.
Ever.
Okay, so you got three sets of fucking officials looking at the same goddamn tape, and none of them can fucking agree.
This year it's officials and can't agree. Last year was, how hard can we hit? Are we going to get fined? Are we going to get fucking kicked out of the league? How hard do we hit? How hard do you hit?
I don't know. When I played football, ever since a Pee-wee...
You try to kill people.
Yeah, ever since Pee-wee League, I was told fucking come in with your fucking head and fucking kill somebody.
Go right into their fucking chest and pound them the fuck out.
Now you got to push them over. Don't hurt anybody.
Yeah, and now it's push them over. When you were in football, you were taught to run through them. Yes or no?
Right fucking through
What do you think the fucking machines were for? Run through these motherfuckers.
We used to run a fucking thing called a gauntlet where you'd line up fucking 7 or 8 guys deep and one guy would get the ball and you just fucking run right out of the head.
I know all about it.
Head fucking first and just fucking smash helmets. You'd get up and run at the next fucking guy and you'd go through 7, 8 guys deep.
Yep.
Now you hit somebody and they're fucking throwing flags. Oh, you hit him too hard.
So it's a real fucked up year. Like I said, you don't know how, last year you didn't know how hard to hit a guy before you got fined or kicked out of the league. This year officiating's fucked up, but...
You don't know what a catch is and what a catch isn't. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. Make a rule. I don't care what the rule is. Just make it and stick with it so that everybody knows what the fuck a catch is and what isn't a catch.
But that game never disappoints. Like you said, it was an exciting game, but one of the worst games I've ever watched in my fucking life.
The game made me fucking sick. It looked like to me they were doing every possible fucking thing they could
to lose,
to give the Patriots enough time to get the ball
to win the game,
to drive the fuck down there and kick a field goal. And sure enough, on the last play of the game, that's exactly what happened. I mean, it looked like a fucking script to me, man.
Belichick's willing to do whatever it takes to win, whether you cheat or whatever the fuck it takes. That's why I say I love to do. Peyton Manning has one of the most horrific fucking horrible games he's ever had. People think he got pulled. Let me straighten some things out for you guys. He didn't get fucking pulled. Did he have 4 interceptions? Did he have one of the worst games he's ever played in his fucking life? Is he old quick? He's just like Kobe Bryant, guys. He got old fast. I've said this all year. Listen, Denver is not one of those teams that are solid, guys. I see them barely hanging on. I see them being a playoff team that's one and done. I see them getting to the playoffs and being one and fucking done.
Their defense is phenomenal.
Their defense is stellar, but it's like I said.
Not yesterday.
Peyton Manning's getting old, and he's getting old fast, just like a Kobe Bryant, like I said. But he got pulled because he has a high ankle strain. He was actually hurt. For those people that thought he got pulled, he doesn't get pulled. He'll pull himself out of the game. He's a fucking OG over there. So he hurt himself, but by far the worst game I've ever seen him play. 4 interceptions. It looked like he was just...
How ironic, though. I mean, because that game's going to go down in history because he broke Brett Favre's all-time passing yardage record yesterday.
Yeah.
With his first pass in that game.
And had a fucking frown on his face the whole fucking day.
Yeah. He broke the all-time record in that game right away, on his first pass?
Yeah.
He only needed, 3 yards?
Yeah.
He broke the fucking Brett Favre's all-time passing
Most
record.
yards from scrimmage.
Yeah,
most yards from scrimmage
Right.
ever passed from Brett Favre, yeah.
He ends up throwing for 35 yards, four interceptions. He's fucking hurt, and he's out of the game, and they get their ass whooped at home.
Yet again, another good call from Steve Stevens and the Bookie Killer. Peyton's on a downhill spiral.
You said Aaron Rodgers was going to fucking expose him, and sure enough, he's been exposed at this point.
That's a fucking fact.
He's hurt too, like you said.
Do you want to talk any more NFL? You have anything else to say about NFL, or are you pretty much anything else that excited you?
All I can really say about the NFL is I think the books had their biggest fucking Sunday in the history of the NFL. If you're a public bettor and you're out there betting, don't fucking...
Oh, you're getting murdered.
Don't
Listen, guys.
fucking tell me that you beat the NFL yesterday.
Stop lying.
Because you're an outright fucking liar. Look, like Steve says, look yourself in the fucking mirror so you know what you look like when you're lying to yourself.
Yeah, don't lie to us. Don't lie to yourself, pal.
Out of 13 NFL games...
You don't deserve it.
Out of 13 NFL games played this week, Steve, going back to the Bills on Thursday,
85%
which we had, by the way. The dogs were 11-2.
11-2.
Oh, and out of those 11 dogs that covered the spread this week in the NFL, 10 of them have fucking won outright.
Yeah, outright money line winners.
Let me tell you something.
Absolute blowout money line winners.
I've been doing this a long time. I've been following sports betting. I've been a professional sports bettor here in Vegas for 17 years. It's been in my blood since I'm 15 fucking years old. And let me tell you something. I don't think I've ever seen a fucking week like that. 11-2 dogs. 10 out of those 11 dogs that covered fucking won outright. If you're betting sports on your own and you're betting the NFL on your own and you're telling me you won yesterday, you're fucking full of shit.
Yeah, you can lie to me. Just do me a favor. Don't lie to yourself. Treat yourself. Don't cheat yourself. At the end of the day, go to VIPSportsLasVegas.com. No matter what the situation is, no matter what the fucking weather is, no matter what the fuck two teams are playing, we're going to get information about the game, period. We deal with coaches, players, CEOs. If I got to paint my face, get in the game, and hit the home run for you, all you need to do is run the bases. We're going to do whatever it takes to get the job done. It's my job to stress the fuck out, pay all the money, and get the information. It's your job to go out there and just get the game in and win.
Yep, and for the record, the only two favorites that covered were the Steelers, and Roethlisberger was hurt, wasn't even supposed to be in that game. Landry Jones gets knocked out. Roethlisberger comes in. All of a sudden, he ain't hurt, has a great fucking day, wins the game, and they cover. And Carolina, wow, 9-0. 7-2 against the spread. This team looks fucking beast.
Let me explain something to you guys. You guys have been hating on Little Ears from the first fucking game this season. You understand that shit? Elf Ears has been grinding his ass off, working his ass off. Did you see how big he is?
He's a big motherfucker.
Do you see? Hold on. Did you see him score the touchdown and do the little dance and do his thing?
Yeah.
And the lineman came over, had a problem with it.
Yeah.
Buddy, he was bigger than the fucking lineman.
Yeah.
Did you not notice that?
I saw everything.
You think he was scared or worried about that? He was doing. He was doing it more. He was like, I don't give a fuck about you, fool.
Well, you heard what he said after the game. He goes, "Listen, bitch, you don't like
Eat a dick.
if you don't like me dancing in the end zone, then fucking keep me out of the end zone.
Oh no, play better defense, pussy.
You don't like my dance, just don't let me in the fucking
You
end
don't
zone.
want me dancing, keep me out of the end zone, motherfucker.
It's pretty simple.
But at the end of the day, Cam Newton is the real deal. I've said it. You can go back to our podcast from the beginning of the season. We said this team wasn't getting the respect that they had due. They're the real fucking deal, Skip. I see them going pretty far in the playoffs. I see them winning their division easily, obviously.
They look real
And
good.
I don't see them as a one-and-out team in the playoffs like I see Denver Broncos. I see them doing good.
Shout out to my sleeper, Minnesota Vikings. Pulled it off over the Raiders yesterday.
Absolute fucking blowout winner. It was a fucking weird game, back and forth, a little scary, but he got the fucking job done.
AP fucking, he was in beast mode yesterday.
Absolutely. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. Let's get into college football. I know you got a lot to say about college. You had a few matchups that you wanted to talk about. Number 2, Alabama, 31-6 over 17, Mississippi State. Now, I want to talk to you about something because I know you read the comments. You said that, I guess a guy said that when you said Ohio State was a fraud or whatever, there was a couple statements on there from an Ohio State guy that said, you're a fraud, and how could you talk about my team like that, and this, that, and the other. But sounds to me like you stand by what you say. You want to talk to this guy and maybe give an explanation why?
I caught a lot. Listen, let me just first say I love Ohio. You guys are big.
Roll Tide, baby, all fucking day.
Roll Tide. Alabama, this is the team I said is number 1 in the country, period. And I've been saying it. And I caught a lot of slack, Steve, because when I say Roll Tide, these fucking guys are telling me Ohio State, Ohio State, Ohio State.
Oh, Ohio State. Your beef's about Ohio State, not Alabama.
Right.
Sorry.
Well,
You're
I've been saying that Alabama's number 1 team in the country.
Oh, okay.
According to me.
Is that why Ohio State's mad over there or what?
Well, they're pissed off because I said Ohio
You're preaching Alabama.
I said Ohio State is a fraud. I said Alabama, in my mind, is the
That
best.
is what it was.
Is the best fucking team in the country. Alabama, Roll Tide, is the best team in the country. And I said Ohio State is a fucking fraud. And I caught a lot of slack from this from my Ohio fans out there. And let me just say this. I love Ohio. You guys are Big Ten country. I'm from Pennsylvania.
I've never even been there.
I got fucking family in Ohio. I love Ohio. However, I'm going to keep it real. Ohio State, this is who they played. Hawaii. Hawaii.
Okay. Yeah.
2-8. This was before this week. Hawaii, 2-8. Maryland, 2-7.
Garbage.
Fucking Rutgers.
Garbaggio.
3-7.
Garbage.
Let me just sum it up.
Rutgers aren't all that bad, but they're not stellar this year.
Rutgers fucking sucks.
Yeah, they're horrible. They suck.
They won 3 fucking games.
Absolute blowout dick suckers.
Okay, so here's Ohio State's schedule. Hawaii, Maryland, Rutgers, fucking Minnesota, Virginia Tech, Indiana. Fucking they just beat Illinois. Listen, my friend.
Didn't Indiana play him good, or did they blow Indiana out?
I don't remember the score of that game, but Indiana, they played Indiana was 4-5 going into this week. Virginia Tech was 4-5 going into this week. Let me just say this. The reason why I said Ohio State is a fraud is because, yeah, I know they're 10-0. The bottom line is this. You have to cover the fucking spread. And you know what their record is against the spread? 4-6. And 4-6 doesn't get anybody paid. They've played absolutely fucking nobody, and they can't cover the odds makers number against those nobody teams. The teams that they played are a combined 45 wins and 50 losses. So you tell me. Alabama, they play the SEC. They're 9-1. Yeah, they're 50-50 against the spread, but they play tougher teams. And again, I got a lot of slack for the Notre Dame for saying I thought Notre Dame was in the fucking top 5 for sure.
Notre Dame is fucking Garbaggio. I can't stand fucking Notre Dame. They're all right.
You might not like Notre Dame.
They'll make it far. They're
Notre Dame. They're 9-1.
Yeah.
They're 7-3 against the spread. They played teams like USC, which obviously, they're a fucking joke. Temple, Georgia Tech.
USC should be fucking embarrassed with their performances that they've had.
Horrible.
These fucking lines at the... Well, it just brings me back to my summary of college football, ladies and gentlemen. If you know what the fuck you're doing, these lines are softer than drugstore cotton. The lines are still fucked up. I mean, they're coming out with, USC comes out minus 18, 19. The games are barely winning outright. It's a fucking joke.
USC was favored at home this year, double-digit favorites, lost outright to fucking Stanford and to Washington at the Coliseum.
Yeah, okay? At the Coliseum.
Alabama's the best team in the country, and if you don't fucking like it, too bad. They were laying 7 this week against Mississippi State, the 17th ranked team in the country. And sure enough, they whooped their ass 31-6,
so
laying a touchdown. If you're ever fucking in doubt and you're down to your last dollar and you lost our phone number and don't know how to get a hold of us,
oh, you better get
put it on fucking Alabama.
That's a fucking fact. So, shout out to Ohio State. But like I said, Skip means what he says. He says what he fucking means. He backs it up 110%. You guys haven't played anybody, and it is what it is. But moving on, I like to bring the positive out of every negative. One thing that you always hear about in the media is negative stuff about players regarding athletes. Before Floyd fights, they bring up domestic violence. Before Ronda Rousey fights, they bring up stuff about she beat her old boyfriend up. Mm-hmm. Before a playoff game, they'll say an NFL player had a domestic violence, or they always bring bad stuff up. You understand that?
Everybody loves dirty laundry, like Don Henley said, dirty
laundry. But nobody ever says anything positive. They always bring out the negative, So the thing about my podcast is I always bring the positive out of things. I bring the positive out of the negative. So I want to start bringing some positive things out about athletes. DeMarcus Cousins pays for the funeral of a 16-year-old high school football player in Sacramento who got shot in the neck and killed in a drive-by with 4 other players.
It's a fucking damn shame.
It's a fucking shame for sure. So DeMarcus Cousins, you didn't have to do that. This isn't a guy that he knew. These were just kids in Sacramento that, he was in the streets. He knows that people come to gun violence and drive-by shootings still. Ladies and gentlemen, that shit is still real. People are still getting shot in drive-bys. Gangbanging is in still full effect. Turf wars are out there. You got ISIS killing motherfuckers. You got to be careful. You got to play your cards right. But back to what I'm saying, NFLs do a lot of positive things. A lot of NFL players give back to the American Red Cross and they help. And, Cousins has donated to the inner city high school in the past and helped attend a few games and buy them new uniforms. And the thing that I loved about it most is he wanted his good deed, his good gesture, to go unknown. He didn't even want to report it to the media or nothing. It just so happened to get leaked out because the high school that he helped out and donated, the kid that got shot went to the school. Okay. So it's going to come out that, this guy's been helping us. He paid for his funeral. And, he's a great guy.
Yeah, that's a good dude. Shout out to Cousins, man. That's a nice thing to do, man.
Floyd Mayweather, you see every year before school starts, he hands out 500 backpack and school supplies to all the needy kids. He gives them coats during the winter. You don't ever hear any of that shit before the fights, do you?
I've seen it with my own eyes.
How many people he takes care of. So what I want to bring in my podcast is the positivity in sports and the positivity that athletes do. Who gives a fuck about the negative shit? Because
Steve Stevens donating fucking 200 bicycles to the kids here in the communities of Las Vegas.
You know what they said? They said I was a liar. The pictures were fake. I mean, I can't win no matter what. I don't win no matter what. I tell them that I win. First of all, before we get out of college, let's focus the camera in. You want to tell them, Skip? Oh yeah, the game of the year, Colorado State, $200,000, my biggest play of the year.
How can we forget that?
Absolute blowout winner. I'm talking about a game bigger than Khloe Kardashian's camel toe. I'm talking about a game that was stronger than Hurricane Katrina. That's the type of game you want. Too bad it had to be against my hometown, UNLV,
They made us
running Rebels.
Man.
Those motherfuckers got the onside kick. They went crazy in the end of that
We
game.
sweat that fucking game the last 2 minutes.
It really was. But at the end of the day, without any shadow of a doubt, Colorado was stronger. They were more dominant. And without all the flukes and bells and whistles and bullshit that happened, solid 21-point win all day long.
Well, when
Spread was 7.5.
Yeah, when you put up 49 fucking points at home, you're supposed to win.
Like I said, guys, anybody in the world that says they bet bigger than me or make more money than me, they're full of fucking straight shit.
Once again, thank you. My clients, thank you for that Colorado State game.
We touted over $3.4 million on that one game alone. Shout out to the 111 people that called us and took advantage of that game and signed up that day.
Phones were ringing off
that Twitter ad. We wrote 111 new orders off that ad. So shout out to 111 new clients that came aboard over the weekend.
Yep.
We're going to kick ass and take names. Look forward to winning you some money tonight, and look forward to keeping you on my big plays. We got an overwhelming response of people purchasing, wanting that big game. I've ran $50 deals before. I ran $250, but more people were happy to call up and pay $250 to get that play of the year than any of them are promotions. Because people are interested in my games, the big boy games, like what you're betting on. And this is what I was saying before, ladies and gentlemen. I put my ticket on the internet, $200,000. I put my betting account with Cantor, $500,000 on the Patriots. The people say, stop showing us the tickets, show us the money. So then I come in here and do podcasts with $250,000. They say I'm a cocky piece of shit. So, at the end of the day, I'm just going to continue to win more games. Whether you believe it or not, I don't give a fuck. I'm documented #1 in Las Vegas. CNBC, the Business Financial Network, as the #1 documented individual in the world. 72.3%. I win more games against the spread than anybody in the world. That's why I had my own TV show. That's why I still have my own TV show. And that's why our podcast has a bunch of fucking listeners interested in what we're doing.
More importantly, that's why Cantner Gaming fucking won't take your wagers. They won't even let you come in their book.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You can go to scoresandodds.com and look at Frankie from the fucking East Coast, the wise guy play of the year. You call the number, it brings you to a sweatshop in New York. Then the box next to it has the Bookie Crusher. Not the Bookie Killer, me, the Bookie Crusher. Then next to it, you got Dom the Dominator. I've been shut down. I have Vegas secrets. I've made millions of dollars. This is the same guy that we recorded that says if you're doing the business right, you don't pick the games pick you. The fuck out of here, Dom the Dominator. You ain't never been kicked out of Las Vegas. Nobody fucking knows you. You don't make millions of dollars. You don't even bet sports, you piece of shit. You guys are in my industry talking bad about me. You motherfuckers don't even bet sports. Your whole day is trolling my social media. So the Bookie Crusher, Dom the Dominator, the wise guy, you ain't no motherfucking wise guy. You're a fucking dork. You're a little dick fucking dork.
Oh my
So
God.
anyway, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, these guys on Scores and Odds, these guys on the internet that run ads, don't forget the internet's not regulated. You can put whatever you want on the internet. You can put your 50-0. We've won 17 parlays in a row. Internet's not regulated. Why do you think they're on American Predator episode 500? So, like I said, guys, I'm the real deal. I am the Bookie Killer. I am a wise guy. I mean, am I a capo in a mob? No. I'm a street fucking kid that has a lot of pull, has a lot of connections, and a lot of money, and I'm untouchable. No one will fuck with me. See, I'm the only guy in this industry. I'm like the 50 Cent in the industry. I can call all these guys out, tell you how fraudulent and fake they are, but they can't call me out. Because I actually bet $50,000 and $100,000. I actually make millions of dollars, and I'm not in a little sweatshop acting like I'm doing shit I'm not. I actually do what I say, and I say what I do. Bottom fucking line. Fair enough.
So give us a call and let us say what we say and do what we fucking do. 877-220-6540. College basketball season kicked off Friday night, Steve.
I'm undefeated in college basketball so far.
College basketball, absolutely fucking on fire. The lines are softer, like you say, than drugstore fucking cotton.
Softer than a baby's ass.
If you're not playing college
Soft
basketball,
as a feather.
Shame on you, because the lines are really soft the first 60 days of the season especially. We got NBA every night. We got hockey every day. We got football every day. We got Thanksgiving right around the corner. Jesus, the goose is coming. Everybody's getting fat. What the fuck is going on?
It's holiday time. Like I said, guys, it's time to get your fucking stocking stuffed. If your girl don't want to sell her muffin, you got to stock your stuff. VIPSportsLasVegas.com. But by the time you guys get this podcast, because we started late today due to all the clients that we signed up, Monday Night Football be full effect. Bengals are taking on Houston. Pretty ugly game. Like I said, Cincinnati's a solid team. Spreads minus 11. The total's 47. I don't know if I'd touch it with your money. You know what I mean? It's a crazy game, but it is what it is. We kind of want to cut this short. But
Cincinnati 8-0, Carolina 9-0, New England 9-0. Cincinnati's going to keep up with New England and Carolina, basically to stay at 9-0 and stay in the undefeated club.
Like I said, guys, we're seeing shit like crystal clear. Like I said, we have a crystal ball. If you think your girl's cheating on you, if you want to know who wins a game, if you want to know anything, all you got to do is go to VIPSportsLasVegas.com. NBA, NHL are in full motherfucking effect. College hoop, like you said, soft lines all over the place at every book. It's a great way to fatten your pocketbook for the holiday season. I've never met anybody in my life that couldn't use extra dough. We're a couple weeks away from Thanksgiving, Skip. You're still full when Christmas comes. You know what I mean? It happens like this. Just like football season comes and goes, these holidays come and go. You guys need to be prepared. I don't give a fuck what you're doing. Let me make you money for the holidays. Let me be your huckleberry. Let me go put $20,000, $30,000. Like I said, we have packages for all levels. There's levels to this shit. Whether you're a small player, we can accommodate you. You're a big player, we can accommodate you. Couple shout outs, Skip. You say a few things and we'll get the fuck out of here. Why don't you go ahead and do the shout outs? I'll give him a little motivational speech at the end and we'll get out of here.
Shout out to Jude. Hey, Jude.
Hey, Jude.
Jude's putting a couple nice comments in there. Shout out to Jude for paying attention. The big AZ's always in the house. Jacob Fowler.
Jacob Fowler is one of the most solid motherfuckers in the world. He's the one that won the contest, didn't take the money.
Yeah, gave the money
he gangbangs for us on the internet nonstop. Because he's real and he knows what we do is real. And for that, we got your back, Jacob. But, you know, our real fans that know what we're doing, they're going to attack these haters for us. We don't need to do it.
William Romero.
Fuck golf.
K. Crony 1. Who's FKGLF? What's that? Fuck golf?
Yeah, that's fuck golf. Yeah, he's been commenting on us.
Fuck golf or fuck golf?
He loves a couple different things.
Fuck golf, fuck off.
Hey, listen, and everybody else that follow us, VIP Sports Podcast, we love you. Everybody that's looking forward to Money Talks on Esquire, we love you. Everybody that likes Skip, follows VIP Sports, we love you. Like I said, one person with passion is better than 100 who are slightly interested. And we have a lot of followers that are passionate about sports. They're passionate about making sports betting legal. They're passionate about winning. And they're passionate about exposing who's real and who's not. Who's a fake motherfucker paying for an ad calling you from a fucking motel? You know, these guys call you from New York, Florida, Wisconsin. Can I ask you a question? What does a guy from New York or Wisconsin know about lines made in Vegas?
Not much.
Absolutely fucking nothing. I'll answer it for you. Nothing. You're dealing with a kid that's born and raised third generation. Look at me, guys. Whether you've never played a game before in your life and you want to get into sports betting and make extra money, give me a call. If you've been losing for so long that you forgot what it's like to win, the pendulum always swings back. There comes a time where you deserve to shine, where something good needs to happen to you. I want to be the guy that makes that happen, man. If you haven't had a break all your life, if you weren't born in a silver spoon family, if you don't have a money tree growing in your backyard, shit just hasn't went your way, you've been struggling, you deserve good things to happen to you. And if you stay positive, if you keep your mind focused and you do whatever it takes to get the job done and you spread positivity around everyone around you and you're a positive person, you will make it in life and you will come out of that rut and you'll be bigger and better than you can ever imagine in life. And I know it because I've done it and I've been there. I've been stepped on. I've got back up 4 or 5 different times before I became a multimillionaire. And I just want to let you guys know, positivity is the key to success. And the formula for success in sports betting is money management and discipline. Don't let the players be the only ones to get paid. VIP Sports Podcast, Steve Stevens, the Bookie Killer, Big Skipper, we love you. We're out. Don't let the players be the only ones to get paid. Fair enough.
Fair enough.
If money talks, then I got a lot to say. I'm on the grind trying to make $100,000 a day. We play with big cash and we blowing money fast. Riding in a plush Benz trunk full of money bags. I need a G for every light bulb on the Vegas Strip. Naked bitches in my mansion dancing to some player shit. Made a grip on the grind, but I started out with nothing. Dealt me a bad hand, but I still won bluffing. I'm Steve Stevens. I make G's when I'm sleeping. Some coward shot me up 'cause they ain't want to see me breathing. Nice try, but my bosses never die. Fresh out the hospital, stitched up, getting high. In the